We're following breaking news in Waterbury right now. An SUV crashing into a restaurant overnight. We're live at the scene.
Right now at 6 o'clock, electric rates are changing in our state, but will the promised relief actually come? We'll tell you why this change isn't as simple as it might seem.
And what people on both sides of the issue of affirmative action in college admissions are saying about the Supreme Court's latest decision.
Also, voting, guns, and cannabis. All sorts of new laws are going to be on the books starting tomorrow. We'll tell you what that means for you right now at 6 o'clock.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning. First at 6, a bit of a hazy start and warmer temperatures on the way. Good morning. Happy Friday. Thanks for being with us, America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Let's get right over to meteorologist Rachel Piscatelli. Looking very hazy, smoky behind us already.
Yeah, and you can tell by the almost orange hue that's reflecting off of the sun right now. So we have hazy conditions and we also have an air quality alert. Now, just moments ago, they dropped it along the shoreline. I'm going to do a little bit more investigation to try and figure out why. Nevertheless, though, we do have unhealthy for some levels today, and we'll show you where we're standing right now, where most of us are in this moderate group. However, areas in northwestern Connecticut, where I think the worst of the smoke will be, in areas in the southwestern areas, where we're seeing that unhealthy for sensitive group. So definitely want to be mindful of that. Limit your time outdoors if you happen to suffer from any respiratory issues today. It will not be as bad as the last time we were under an air quality alert. Numbers now starting off in the 50s and in the 60s throughout the day today. Hazy sunshine is expected. Temperatures move into the mid to upper 80s this afternoon. 81 to about 87 degrees. Tonight we're down into the 50s into the 60s. We'll detail out your weekend forecast plus what you can expect for your extended weekend. If you're taking Monday and Tuesday off, we'll detail that out for you coming up. All right, Lauren, are you following breaking news on the road?
Yeah, it's a headache at least for the morning commute. Good morning, everyone. Time is 6:02 here. Let's bring you right out to Greenwich right now. For anyone that has family possibly coming into Connecticut for the long holiday weekend, I-95 northbound is currently completely shut down between exits 3 and 4. As we take a live look out there, it is just a parking lot out there on the northbound side. So that is unfortunate for anyone that is sitting in that. As of right now, Troop G has not confirmed any other information besides the fact that it is a 2-car crash shutting down the highway. So if you are in this area, if you have family traveling in this area, be mindful of this and take alternate routes because we have no idea when this is going to reopen. Then over in Sherman, Route 37 is still closed from about 10 o'clock last night because of a crash that happened. We are working to get more information on that as well, causing some minor backups in this area. In the Hartford area, let's end on a good note. Will be 9184 Route 2, all moving smoothly in and out of the capital city. Taking a live look out on the roads, things aren't looking too bad. We'll check back in on the roads coming up in the next half hour.
Lauren, thanks so much. All right, 6:03 right now. And we're getting back to that breaking news in Waterbury this morning. An SUV crashed into a restaurant. This happened overnight, and we have a live look for you at the scene. Here it is right now. We're working to find out more information about exactly what happened, but you can see that SUV is still inside that restaurant. Again, we're working to get more information, but what we do know is the SUV crashed into that Latin food restaurant. This is on North Main Street, again in Waterbury. And we don't know yet if anyone was in the car, if anyone was hurt, but we will keep you updated here on air. We're on live and local till 11, and we'll also get you updates through our Fox 61 News app and also on our website. As soon as we get more, we'll get that straight out to you.
Well, it's 6:04 this Friday morning, and Bristol police are asking for your help as they're trying to find a missing 15-year-old. Jaishalee Pabon was last seen around 6:45 last night getting into a burgundy Honda Pilot near her home in Bristol. She was wearing a Star Wars t-shirt and blue Crocs. Now, Jaishalee has several tattoos, including one of a flower on her wrist, a heart on her right thumb, and an arrow on her right middle finger. Please call Bristol Police if you can help find her. Well, Connecticut electric rates are changing again as of tomorrow, but it's still not clear how many people are going to see some relief.
Yeah, the changes are a bit complex, to say the least. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live in Berlin now to break down those costs and any changes. Brooke, good morning.
Well, good morning to you both. Now, from a first glance, it looks like everybody across the board is going to see a decrease on their bills, but that is not necessarily going to be the case. One half of your bill is going to go up while the other half is going down. So really it's something to look at here. Starting July 1st, which is tomorrow, Eversource customers will see their service rates go from about 24 to 13 cents per kilowatt hour, or about $55 less per bill. And United Illuminating customers will go from 21 to 14 cents per kilowatt hour, which is about $25 less per bill. But those decreases are coming at the same time that the delivery costs are going up. Eversource customers using the average amount of energy will see an increase of about $16 per month on the delivery portion of their bills. This happening due to a credit that went into effect in January that's now expiring. Eversource leaders say people usually use more electricity this time of year, so any sort of cost decrease will help even out those costs in the long run.
For the average customer, tends to use about 35% more electricity in the summer. So you just have to watch that. Your rates are coming down significantly, but folks tend to use more in the summer as well.
Now again, those changes go into effect starting tomorrow, so you're not going to see them immediately reflected on your bill. It's going to take about a month or so, and then you'll see those costs start to go up or down, maybe even out. It's too soon to tell, but it will be different for almost everyone. Live in Berlin, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Brooke, thanks for the update. And at 6:06, we are following developing news coming out of Middletown this morning. A man accused of stabbing another man is expected to face a judge later this morning. Police say 34-year-old Devin Dukes stabbed a man in the chest last night. This happened on Stony Crest Drive, and this happened before he drove off. Officers say they were able to catch Dukes after an officer nearby saw him run a red light. Police say the victim is in stable condition at a local hospital.
Plainfield police said a Jewett City man died in a motorcycle crash. They said 38-year-old Nathan Carcieri was riding on Canterbury Road around 8:30 last night when he lost control, went off the road, and hit a stone wall. Police said nobody else is hurt.
Today, we are expected to learn whether the Supreme Court will allow the president's student loan forgiveness program to take effect. Justices are considering two challenges to the plan. One by a group of 6 Republican-led states, and the other is actually from 2 borrowers. Biden's plan could affect more than 40 million federal student loan borrowers, and it would forgive $10,000 to people making less than $125,000 a year, or $250,000 for entire households. Pell Grant recipients would get an extra $10,000 wiped out. The Supreme Court ruling that race can no longer be a factor in the college admissions process.
Yeah, at least a sole factor. But the High Court's decision is now sparking reaction from schools across the country, as well as from students who are looking to go to college. It's also sparking questions as to what race can and can't be a part of with the admissions process. Now, Fox 61's Lindsay Kane is live in East Hartford with more details on that. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, that's right. Under this ruling, colleges and universities will no longer be able to consider race as a sole factor to determine if a student should be accepted. Now, Democrats say that is how colleges and universities are becoming more diverse, but Republicans say this ruling now makes it fair for every student. However, the Supreme Court does say that students can still be considered if they speak more than one language, if they're the first in their family to go to college. Students can also write about how their race has affected their life if it directly ties into their character, but the justices say students cannot be treated on the basis of race. For some high school students who will be applying to colleges and universities soon, the ruling is heightening nerves about the admissions process.
I wasn't expecting for affirmative action to just be gone. I know that when I was thinking about applying to colleges, it wouldn't have been like, the only thing that I relied on, but I did expect for affirmative action to allow colleges to take a second look at me.
The Connecticut Republican Party is pleased with the ruling, saying basing admissions on race is unconstitutional. In a tweet, the party writes, "We applaud the Supreme Court in today's decision, which upheld the core American and constitutional values of fairness and equality under the law." Now, many colleges and universities here across the state will spend the next few days relooking at their policies to see if any changes need to be made. Now, coming up throughout the morning, we'll also be giving you more local reaction from across the state, so stay tuned for that. But for now, live in East Hartford this morning, Lindsay Kane, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.